Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, in Southwest Suffolk County on Long Island, serving the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area with everything you need to make sure your home looks great, functions well, and can stand up to any kind of adverse weather, and also that you're protected. So you need generator, you need a new sump pump, you need batteries, flashlights, whatever it is, you can head over to Omni. The phone number there is 631-756-1125. Best prices anywhere. And don't forget, for those of you who are in the snow removal business, they are Long Island's largest supplier of rock salt, and they sell it to anybody. So if you're outside of Long Island, you can come over, pick up your rock salt, and go. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Just really quick today, I just want to uh, do just a little bit of, let's call it, uh, we could call it personal business. But those of you who follow Angry Ben, because he does my NYC Weather Now website, he's got an app. And you can download the Angry Ben Weather app not only for Google Play, but on the App Store. It is now on the App Store. We've had it on Google Play for quite a while, and we finally got it on the App Store. So just search the Angry Weatherman on Google Play or Angry Ben's Angry Weather on Apple on the App Store. Okay, we've got a Yankee game tonight here, and there are some issues we're watching. You see on the satellite loop the very strong rotation of clouds. There's a strong trough and upper low that's just sitting here. It's pulling down cold air into the Mississippi Valley, and it's pulling it pretty far south. Is there going to be frosts and freezes tonight over a fairly large area? They will not be any frosts and freezes for eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England, but tomorrow night and then again on Wednesday night could be a different story. And you can see the very large area here across the middle Mississippi Valley, even back over into Kansas. We've got freeze watches that are up on the other side of that. Extending eastward through the Ohio and Tennessee Valley, and a number of counties in the western half of Pennsylvania also under a freeze warning. So the blue is a freeze warning, and the lighter blue is a freeze watch. So just this is a pretty, for this time of year, it's a pretty decent shot of cold air. We also have some winter storm warnings up, by the way, in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It's the first. These are the first winter storm warnings that I've seen in the eastern half of the U.S. We've had a couple of them for a few counties out in the northern Rockies, but this is the first time they're showing up in the Great Lakes. So you know where we're going with this, folks. Every day we get one day closer. And other than that, the weather across the United States is not really all that active. We noted, by the way, on that map, on the warnings map, that we do have flash flood watches up for the eastern half of Maine as the rains there continue. And as we check out the radar late this afternoon, you can see there's an arm of rain that was off the coast earlier today, is now moved into Vermont and New Hampshire, and that's going to swing into Maine and actually get enhanced a little bit. To the west, across eastern Pennsylvania, as of 3:15 Eastern Time, there are some showers, and I think there's the chance that there could be some scattered showers. And who knows, there might even be a rumble or two of thunder in there, looking at what's on the radar. This is the upper trough swinging around, so there is the possibility that there could be some scattered shower or even a thunderstorm activity for the Yankee game tonight. However, just to I don't think it's going to be anything that would create a cancellation. It'll be an inconvenience. And around the Great Lakes, you see the rotation of showers during tomorrow, and particularly tomorrow night and Wednesday. We're probably going to see some lake effect snows in northwest PA and parts of western New York as well. So, like as I said, it's happening. Precip wise, the next 7 days, except for Maine, where we're looking at much of this front end loaded. So this is what falls tonight into tomorrow, of up to an inch or more of rain in some places. From southern New England to New Jersey, we're talking about a tenth of an inch or less, and much of the country over the next 7 days, except for around the Great Lakes, southern Florida, southern Texas, and even in those areas, the precip is light. Very little in the way of precipitation going forward. So it really is all about this shot of cold air that comes down into the east. If you follow those dashed blue lines, that shows you how far south. The first blue line is what we call the 540 thickness line. A little bit of technical stuff here. That's usually where the rain-snow line, in theory, that's usually where the rain-snow line sets up. It gives you at least a measure of how cold it is and how far south that cold air is getting. And in fact, that cold front is actually going to be clearing the state of Florida. So it gets all the way down through the Gulf of Mexico. Usually when you get cold fronts like this, by the way, it tends to shut down the hurricane season in the Gulf of Mexico. Not so much in the Southwest Atlantic, but we'll see if this winds up being a season killer in the Gulf anyway. And then notice as we go through the week, there really is not much of anything going on. We will see temperatures start to moderate on Thursday, a little bit on Thursday, but definitely on Friday. I think we'll be back into the 60s, the lower 60s on Friday. And the weekend, right now, I'm pretty optimistic. Saturday looks good. Sunday, I think, looks okay. You start to get into these warmer patterns when you get into later October, early November, where the nights are pretty long. You wind up with some low clouds and maybe some fog, particularly in some valley areas, and then it burns off to some sunshine. I think that's what we'll start to see for Sunday and maybe even for Monday of next week. The next important cold front of consequence probably coming late Tuesday or Wednesday with another little shot of cold air, not quite as extensive as this one. Today's GFS wants to make a little wave there off the mid-Atlantic coast in the middle of next week, but that's so far out in the long term, we're not really going to pay too much attention to that. Weather at 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 631-756-1125, the phone number, the website, omnitruevalue.com. You know what's coming up tonight, folks? What's coming up tonight is the Joe and Joe Weather Show. As we take a look at the weather for the week ahead, that's coming up tonight at 7:35 Eastern Time. So be sure to join us.